Good evening. Welcome to Hungarian Public Media's News in English, Hungary Reports. I'm Híradó, bringing you today's news from Hungary and the Carpathian Basin. Let's jump right into it. The security of European people is paramount, so migration must be kept outside of Europe's borders, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade said, commenting on the stabbings on Saturday in Lyon. An immigrant who claims to be Afghan killed one person and injured several others in a bus stop of the French city. Péter Szijjártó stated that life in Europe must not be allowed to develop in a way that we fear for our lives when standing at a bus stop, in a street market or at a concert, because some people living in Europe want to destroy us. The minister expressed his sympathy and wished everyone injured a full recovery. Ferenc Gyurcsány and his party ignored the will of the Hungarian people who, in 2 elections and a referendum on border protection, voted against the immigration policies of Brussels, Máté Kocsis said on Kossuth Radio's Sunday morning show. When asked about Klára Dobrev, the Democratic Coalition's MEP, who said that the EU should not cover a part of Hungary's border protection costs, the faction leader of Fidesz said that Hungarians are no longer surprised that Gyurcsány or his wife Dobrev represent a type of politics that is brutally against the nation.
All of their political decisions go against the country and the nation. There is nothing new in this. We can surely state that Gyurcsány and his wife received this with mother's milk very early. Thus, the news itself is of no surprise. What's surprising is that they do it such shamelessly, and pardon me for my use of words, they rub it under the Hungarians' noses, that the European Union should not give any money to Hungary, which, in our opinion, or according to bilateral agreements, the country is entitled to.
The National School Year opening ceremony was held in an elementary school in Sárvár. The Nádasdy school's more than 500 students and altogether more than 1,200,000 elementary and middle school students are starting the school year on Monday in Hungary. The first 9 grades will receive their textbooks free of charge. The state is spending about 240 million euros on school meals. The foreign language learning program for middle school students is launching, and the state also helps out in the costs of the first language exam and the first driver's ed theory test.
200 children spent the last day of their summer holiday at a National League soccer game, but they didn't just come to see football. They wanted to raise awareness of children in need. They held up the phone number of the Hungarian Interchurch AIDS donation line. With a single call, anyone can support thousands of children in need going back to school. We started this national donation program 2 weeks ago via the donation line 1353. Thank God lots of people participated this year as well, so we managed to reach our goal, and we filled the backpacks of 1,000 children, the communications director said. Children in Sárvár closed their summer holiday at the year opening ceremony. Starting on Monday, they will once again be sitting at their school desk to expand their knowledge. More than 1 million elementary and middle school kids are starting the school year in Hungary. The Minister of Human Resources said at the National Year opening ceremony that the government is building and refurbishing 800 schools for 840 million euros. He continued, adding that the government also supports language education abroad, provides free language and driving theory tests, and allows the free entrance of students to museums, archives, theatres and concert halls. Additionally, as in previous years, the government will allocate billions of forints to pay for school meals of children in need. The educational system will change next year. The new national fund and a national curriculum have been prepared, which, according to the competent minister, are based on the newest methods. In the 2020-2021 school year, conventional and digital textbooks will be provided for nearly 1.2 million Hungarian students for free, for altogether about 43 million euros, Miklós Kásler said. Most families have already been receiving textbooks for free. This year, students between grades 1 and 9 won't have to pay for school books either.
A company in Derecska that grows fruits and plants was chosen as Hungary's most beautiful farm this year. The judges took sustainability, cleanliness, and ability to represent Hungarian farmers into consideration. They handed out 3 awards each in 7 categories this year.
This company in Derecska uses 180 hectares of land. The family business includes cultivation and husbandry, all with modern, state-of-the-art techniques. The professional board of judges chose their estate as Hungary's most beautiful, and they even won the special prize. We live in the garden with my family. With my children, we pay attention every day to make sure that we live in an environment we can be proud of. We grow our trees and tend to our plants with that in mind, and knowing that a visitor can come here any season and still see that we live on a nice, maintained property, the owner and managing director said. The judges evaluated 21 farms in 7 categories. They took cleanliness and sustainability into consideration as well. The absolute winner in the husbandry category was Balaton Kft., operating in northeastern Hungary. They hatch 23 million chicks a year and export to 27 countries. Judges of the Hungary's Most Beautiful Farm competition awarded 3 estates in each category. They had previously visited each of the farms personally. The award raised the status of the estates, the Minister of Agriculture said at the awards ceremony in Siófok. István Nagy added that the branch greatly contributes to Hungary's economic performance. The Hungarian agricultural industry contributes more than half of the foreign trade surplus, and that's fantastic. The 5.1% growth of Hungary's GDP is also one of the agricultural industry's successes, since it was a driving force. It's great to hear that after the construction industry and the vehicle industry, agriculture comes in 3rd place, the minister said. Other than awarding the country's most beautiful farms at the gala, they also announced who won the Miss Agriworld title. This was the first time the competition was organized, and Georgina Szebenyinski from Híradó, Békés County won the crown.
Religious tolerance in football is the motto of the 4th Soccer Cup organized by the Federation of Hungarian Jewish Communities. Kids arrive to the minor league matches from all parts of the country to play in the name of tolerance and acceptance.
Jewish and Christian children play football together. It isn't just the victory. Tolerance and acceptance are also important, which they would like to show others as well. I'm actually Jewish and he's not, but I don't think anyone notices since we get along very well and we're good friends, said this boy. The children were accompanied by their parents and siblings. Many of them are returning participants of their interreligious friendly football tournament. Religious tolerance in football is the motto of the event that was organized for the 4th time this year by the Federation of Hungarian Jewish Communities. Children from throughout the country came to the football game to compete against each other in the age groups 10 to 14 and under 10. It doesn't matter whether somebody is here from a Lutheran, Jewish, Calvinist or Catholic community. They start playing together, they start thinking together, and then we can start building up the kind of thinking that results in openness, the head organizer said. Friendships and communities have formed during the years among children and parents with different religious backgrounds. Ministerial Commissioner Szabolcs Takács said the significance of the Tolerance Cup is that it advocates respect. We have to protect the Hungarian society, Europe, and in general the global community against any hatred. Every country, including Hungary, has that responsibility. Zero tolerance is not just a catchword, a sentence we often repeat. It has to be filled with meaning. Every event, including this small sporting event too, contributes to this, Szabolcs Takács said. Other than participating in the soccer tournament, visitors had lots of activities to choose from at the Family Day.
Even though summer has come to an end and the school year is starting, boating season on Lake Balaton is still going strong. Though the ferries will run less frequently, if the weather is good on weekends and there is interest, they will launch additional trips. But the water taxi between Fonyód and Balaton will only be in service for 1 more week. The Aranka Doll Museum in Gyomendrőd has received 380 new original handmade dolls. With that, the special exhibit now presents more than 1,000 colorful creations. Dr. Aranka Újházi and the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Dr. János Latorcai, inaugurated the unique doll collection 3 years ago. Dr. Aranka Újházi, the woman who the exhibit is named after, collected, restored, rebuilt, and redecorated the different dolls for years prior to the opening. That's all for today. Catch the English news every day around 11:20 p.m. local time or stream it anytime online. Coming right up are M1's other foreign language news broadcasts. Thanks for watching. Good night.